the Suburban today. I thought I'd change things up a little bit and try something a little bit different. I moved, this bed used to be on this side and it would fold up into that little spot right there. But I've moved it over. Of course, I've got it extended out right now. I initially did the bed the way I did because I thought with the bed coming up like, you know, here that I would have elbow room and when I was turning around and stuff. Plus, I also had there's some cup holders up there underneath that black thing. And I use this kind of as a bedside table. But when I had it on this side, I had hoped I could just put down that one seat and be able to extend it forward and leave that seat up. But it's too wide to do that. So I've worked with it a couple of years, 2-3 years with it on this side. And I've decided I want to try to change it up so I can leave this seat up. Only put that one down and do it this way. Now that does put me a little close to this wall. I don't know how that's going to work with me rolling over in my elbows and stuff. But, you know, we'll just see how it goes. So, now I've got all my junk up here on the bed. This stuff generally stays in here. Of course, everything was flip-flop. This was under here and this was over here. But I still need this stuff in here. This is a collapsible bucket I can use to bathe in and stuff. Plus it holds my quarts of oil and different fluids and other things. I need to keep that in here. This is some kayak straps inside of that. And this is my little potties. So I still need to keep this stuff here. But I'm trying to think of a way to organize kind of everything. I was thinking about putting all this stuff down here and then building a little platform that would cover it up, but then I would have to have a hinged top to get down to everything. Well, and I pulled some of the other stuff that was in here out and just threw it on the ground, and some of that's not going back in here. But anyway, I was thinking if I had some kind of a system, something that would fit in here that I didn't have to build, that would make it so much easier. I could just set it in here. So I thought about, we have an old chicken house that turned into a kind of a junk shed. So I remembered I had some plastic drawers in there that we had gotten from somewhere else. I don't know. And I just threw them in there. And this is them. The chicken house has developed a hole in the top and it's been raining in it, which is fine. We're going to tear it down anyway. But I'm thinking this drawer system may fit in there, and it's the right width this way and depth. The only thing is it's a little bit tall, I think, but I can cut off that last one and use it. But first I've got to get it cleaned up. I'm fixing to get the water hose hooked up and kind of get this cleaned off just to see. I'm gonna set it in there after that. So that's kind of what I'm working on today, and we'll just see how it goes. Well, I rinsed that, or cleaned it off. I've scrubbed it actually, but it still looks pretty gross. More than likely, if I end up using this, what I'm going to do is I've got some spray paint made for plastic, and I will just spray paint it anyway. But now that I've got it in here, it is tall, and while that would offer a lot of storage, I'm not sure that I want to have something that tall right next to me where I'll be laying. That might make me feel a little boxed in. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm pretty sure this stuff is just kind of snapped together from the factory. So they sell it in like a 3-drawer, or you can buy a 2-drawer or 1-drawer, and I think they just snap them together. So I think I'm gonna see if I can undo this bottom one. That'll drop that down a little bit. It might make it a little bit better. I've got 2 to choose from. The other one I started washing up, but I found it had the top was broken. So that's the reason I went and grabbed this one. But this one's, they're all kind of bowed. I mean, they've been in the chicken shed for, gosh, probably 10 years. And when we got them, they were already used. All right, let me see if I can snap this thing apart. All right, I got that bottom piece off. I can see right now what this is going to be an issue, as usual. It's always been an issue. And I don't know if, no, that's attached to the carpet. I was thinking I could just go ahead and take that out, but I'll just leave it in. I mean, I don't use, I've got the third seats in the house. I don't use them. I have no use for them. Because it's just me in here. And rarely will I'll have one other person. Anyway, that's a better height. I will have to, I think I'm going to end up having to put a board under this side. Maybe at the back. I don't know, I may leave it like that. If I can just get a board under this side, just to keep it from warping like that. The drawers won't slide if it's warped. Get a board on this side. I may leave the back angled down. That may keep the drawers in better. Okay. All right, that's much better with the height of it next to the bed. It won't make me feel boxed in. Let me lay down on it and see how it feels. All right, I was just a flop down here, and I did not feel too tight between here and here. That was kind of my concern. The only way to know is to actually take it for a test run, which I'm going to do this coming weekend. All right, let me get those drawers cleaned up, get them in here, and see how well. I need to make sure this thing isn't warped too much, and I need to get a piece of wood and put under here. Make sure that this isn't bowed and warped so much that the drawers don't work. Okay, got the drawers cleaned and mostly dried. They still need some more cleaning or drying, but got them in here and it's fine. Got a little piece of wood under here to kind of even it out, and I'll do that a little differently, but that's just for now. The only thing is this top is warped. I guess I can push on it. It's like something sat here on top and bowed it down in the middle and caused it to kick up over here. I am not sure how to remedy that. Like I said, the other top, the other unit over there is cracked, and I don't want to use it. But I mean, it's not like I'm going to be in the drawer constantly, but I kind of don't like that it's bowed like that. See, that won't even close all the way because of that. That's kind of a downfall of these plastic units. They aren't wood. There's that. You know, Again, I'm not going to be in the drawer constantly. It's really more to get this stuff that I keep shoving under here and just to keep stuff out of the floor. Like this right here. This is pine pellets. This is what I use in my portable toilet. That can go in here. I could keep, well, the kayak straps could go in there. I would definitely not be getting that out daily. But my point is because I wouldn't be accessing the drawers daily, or even when I'm on a trip, wouldn't be often. This nuisance here of not being able to completely close it without pulling up on that shouldn't be too bothersome. Oh, decisions. These are the paints I have that will bond to plastic, and I've got a can of black paint as well, which I knew I didn't want to paint it black. Not gonna do this metallic. I don't want that. I had used that on my Chevrolet emblem on the front of the truck, the Suburban, I mean. All right, so it's down to yellow or whatever this color is, aqua colored, turquoise, whatever. There's not a whole lot in this yellow can. I mean, there's some, it might make it, but I think I don't want anything that bright. I like yellow, but I don't know if I want it that bright. I think I'm gonna go with this one. So let's get painting. All right, I got it painted and all put back together. I think it looks pretty good. I just hope that the paint doesn't scratch off as I use it, but I did put after I painted it, I put a clear coat finish on it, which should help. It doesn't finish curing for like 24 hours, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to set it in the truck, not to do too much scratching on it, and we'll see how it performs. All right, well, that turned out pretty good looking, actually. I ended up finding, I took all the other one apart. I found one of those little sections that this wasn't as bowed, So I took it apart from the other one. I'm just kind of piecing the whole thing together, finding out what parts are the best and just putting them together. These drawers are really cloudy looking. I don't know that I can do anything to that. It's just the nature of plastic. It's clean, just a little cloudy. And I have a feeling probably when I use this, I'm going to end up scratching this paint off, but honestly, it doesn't matter. It's not fully cured. I'll take the drawers out and let that finish drying. I cut a piece of wood. This is what I need to work on now. A piece of wood that would hold up this side, even with how that sits here. And I think that will work. I just got to find a way to secure it to the bottom of this plastic. Got it in here. I've got some stuff in it, as you can see through the front. It fits perfectly. Honestly, I got up here and laid down to be sure that it wasn't too little of a space in between it for me to move around without bumping. And it seems fine. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I cut a piece of wood and I've got it attached with some zip ties. I drilled some little holes on that plastic and holes in the wood and just zip tied it on there, and that just kind of makes it level. And I think that it's heavy enough with the stuff in it that it's not going to shift around as I drive. Now, of course, when I brake, it should be fine because it's against the some stuff that's between that and the seat. The only other thing would be when I take off, it might slide a little, but actually, when this is not in ready to sleep mode, I'll have some stuff sitting in there. But I also put that little table that I made it just kind of floats around back here and it just doesn't have a great place to be. So I ended up bungeeing it to the back of that seat right there, and it's holding it just fine. And that's probably where it's going to ride, and I can get to it easily like this. Just unhook that and then those and take it out. And this right here is just to make it stay up here, because at first when I had this attached, it was sliding down when I put the seat up, but now it just stays up high. Rides right there. This is the stuff it keeps this from sliding into the seat. It's just, I don't think it's going to anyway. I've just got some tools down there, and this is my air pump. This is a pop-up shower tent or bathroom tent or anything. But anyway, this seems to work pretty good. So, let me put it back into regular driving mode, not sleeping mode, and show you what it'll look like then. Alright, I got everything back where it's supposed to be. Seats are back in place. Everything that I carry is in place. So this works really well. Still got this space for groceries and anything else I need to carry. This right here, I may have told you this before. I got some of that paint on it. This is a piece of, I think it's a workout mat, yoga mat or something. I'm not sure. Found it on the side of the road. It was a long piece. Anyway, I cut a piece off. I thought I was going to use this as a showering mat, or like when I'm stepping out, when I'm bathing outside of the vehicle. But I found out this actually absorbs water. It does not repel water at all. But I've left it in here because this mat here is kind of hard. So when I'm over here, when I'm in here at night and using my coffee can for handling business, kneeling on this is a lot more comfortable than kneeling on this. So I just left this in here just for that reason. But everything's in place. Hope it rides well. Now that sleeping bag doesn't always stay in here. It's just in here for, well, I put it here for a couple of weeks ago. I thought I was going to be sleeping in it, but I didn't. And it's been cold. So it just stayed in here. And I might be using it this weekend. So I'm just going to leave it. Everything else seems to fit well. I was able to take some of the stuff. I had so much stuff crammed in this cabinet that I made. So I took some of that stuff out, and that's what's in the drawers. So that helps that. It makes it look a little bit better. And when this is out in the bed position and I'm sleeping in, I can put my phone, set my phone up inside of there, kind of like a little shelf. Now the only thing, but I think it's okay, is, you know, I was using not necessarily this one, but I have another one just like it. It's basically a little table that I made that swings up, and I have a little leg that goes on it. That's what I was using as my nightstand because my bed was on this side. Obviously, I won't be using that anymore like that, but I'll have the top of that to put things on, and if I need to, I can put things in these little cubbies right here. So I really shouldn't be a problem. That should be all right. Okay, well, I'm pleased with the way it turned out. Now, give me a like on this video if you enjoyed this, and comment down below if you have any suggestions for me or have any questions for me. And if you haven't already, I ask that you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel and recommend it to any friends that you know that might be interested in this kind of stuff or other things that I do on my channel. I appreciate that very much. And I'll see you on the next one.